Hello, Miss Stewart. My name is Juliane DeGeus. I am your account manager here at MediaJulz. And today we are going to go over online marketing strategies for upcycle interior design. A couple of terms that we'd like to get you familiar with are internet marketing. Internet marketing focuses on search engine optimization, and we will be going over that in greater detail in a couple of slides. E-marketing expands upon internet marketing to include areas like social media, emails, online reviews, and referral programs. And digital marketing encompasses all digital elements, including both internet and e-marketing. Performing a SWOT analysis of upcycle interior design. Your strengths are without an online presence, you have built a loyal customer following. And from these customers, you've gained referrals. You've also created very strong relationships with the suppliers in the Virginia Beach area. Weaknesses that your company is facing: there's no online presence in a competitive market. Consumers do not know where to find your business. And finally, you have no way of showing your portfolio. Opportunities within the market. There are many hotels within the area since Virginia Beach is such a popular city for tourism. And then we've got surrounding residential areas that are constantly evolving. And these are going to be great areas for you to practice your interior design. Finally, design trends are constantly changing, which means that that's constantly giving you an opportunity to redesign areas for people. Threats that you are facing: you have two main competitors, Tansen Interior Designers and the Sterling Seahorse. You always should be considering the state of the economy and just keeping that at the forefront of your mind. Chain stores like Target are giving consumers more access to home decor. Now we're going to go ahead and check out some of the techniques and strategies that we will be applying to upcycle interior design. The first of which is your website. As I said, we're going to talk about search engine optimization, or SEO. So using Google Ads Keyword Planner, phrases can be identified that will help a firm land on the top of a search engine result page. One way for us to organically land on the SERPs, or search engine result page, is to register with Google Search Console. And it's basically just a directory that you let Google know about your page, and it's more likely that you will show up on Google search. Another way is to optimize your blog, which is going to allow for organic search engine optimization. Blogs give you the opportunity to bring in guest authors and build relationships. So some of your suppliers or any of your clients for testimonials. It's a great way to create content by using some of your other sources. Finally, we have pay-per-click marketing. This is a form of search engine marketing through Google Ads Keyword Planner, where firms can bid on phrases to show up on the search engine result pages. Now, before I show you some examples of what I'm talking about, I do want to talk about the analytical reporting we'll be doing for you. We will be monitoring your website visitors, both new and returning. We will be checking out your bounce rates. What a bounce rate is when somebody lands on a page but does not take any other actions. They don't check out any other pages and they don't download anything. Exit pages. Exit pages are important to identify. If everyone keeps leaving on the same page, there might be some sort of content on that page that we want to revisit to encourage people to stay instead of leave. Session times, we'll want to see the average time people spend on your website. The higher session time you have, the better. And finally, we're going to monitor the traffic sources. So basically, how did a consumer or viewer get to your page? Was it from a social media ad? Was it from a pay-per-click marketing? We just want to make sure we can identify those things. So here we have an example of the keyword relevance. This is what we can do is we can find different keywords to bid on. And as you can see at the top, interior design has an average of 100,000 to 1 million searches in a month. There's medium competition for the keyword, and to land on the top of the page, you have to bid anywhere between $2.02 and $5.74. Here we have an example of the pay-per-click on the left. So as you can see up at the top, you have rooms to go, and next to the URL there is a little ad symbol. On the right-hand side, we have the organic searches, and as you can see, there's no ad next to the URLs. While it is beneficial to have an ad at the top of a Google page, it's also extremely important to show up in the top of the organic search, because that just tells users that you are a legitimate website. So next we're going to talk about social media. We're going to talk about a couple different platforms, but before we do that, let's just talk about the analytical reporting we'll be going over. Reach is the number of people who see your advertisements, and impressions are the number of times you see that advertisement. So one person can see your advertisement, and that will be one reach and one impression. However, if the same person sees if the same person sees the same ad, that goes to 2 impressions but still 1 reach, because it's not a new individual. It's the same person seeing the same ad. So again, reach is the total number of people who see your ads, and then impression is the total number of times your ads have been seen. Audience growth, it's exactly what it sounds like. We can monitor how many people we gain or lose over month to month. We want to figure out the average engagement rate. The more interactions, shares, click-throughs that we can have, the better. Speaking of click-through rate, we want to monitor how many people are clicking on our ads to go to your website. And finally, we want to monitor the amount of conversions. There's different opportunities we can set for conversions, whether it's brand awareness, interactions, engagement, traffic, link clicks, whatever it is. We want to make sure we measure how many people are taking the action that we designate. All right, so we would like to show up on Twitter. There are 5.1 million users, and Twitter is a form of microblogging, which is basically just a short blog to give news, up-to-date messages to send out. It's a great way for you to connect with your local audiences. Some of the benefits of Twitter is you can keep up with the latest trending topics, you promote customer service, and you can emphasize and develop your brand. Facebook and Instagram are run by the same company, and Facebook has 157 million followers, while Instagram has 77 million. Some of the wonderful things about Facebook and Instagram: you can live stream to interact with your customers, and you can efficiently target your audiences. So while you can target audiences based off of demographic, age range, the great thing about Facebook and Instagram is you can also target different interests that people might have. For example, you would want to have people who have an interest in redesigning their house. Another benefit of Facebook and Instagram is that you have access to market research through the insights. Once you build your page, you can see different trends and topics that your customers tend to interact with. And it's just going to help you create content that is going to be wonderful to serve to them to grab their attention. Finally, one of my favorite things about Facebook and Instagram is that you can do research on your competitors. Facebook does allow you to mark who your competitors are, and you can keep track of that. So next up, we have Pinterest. Pinterest has 47 million users, and the benefits are that you drive traffic to your website, you increase your brand awareness, and it is a wonderful place for you to have your visual portfolio. YouTube is the #1 video sharing site and the #2 search engine. Google is obviously the #1. So YouTube is a wonderful platform for you to be out there because it works with Google to optimize for search engine optimization. Other benefits include partnership opportunities with influencers, consumer interactions. You can put up different types of video competitions. You can do Q&As, DIYs, just a lot of things that you can interact with your audiences. And as I said before, there is a wonderful opportunity for search engine optimization. So, in addition to your website and your social media, we do want to go ahead and create a mobile application for you. Americans spend over 2 hours a day on their smartphone. So with statistics like that, you want to make sure that you have a mobile application so you can make it easier for your consumer to contact you. Apps are going to increase brand awareness, and a well-designed application can convert customers into referrals. Finally, if you have a loyalty program, your mobile application is a great place for you to push out that program to your consumers. Analytics we'll be monitoring for your mobile application are going to be downloads, shared app invites, measure the engagement, and finally, you can get really great feedback from your clients via surveys on your application. Lastly, we have your budget for the first 3 months. Because you are just starting out, this is a very general budget. As you can see for social media, with the exception of YouTube, we have $500 per month to run advertisements. As we start learning and seeing more about the trends in your target audiences, we will adjust this budget to ensure that we are getting the return on investment that we desire. I do want to point out that right now we have $1,000 going to YouTube, so that way we can, excuse me, we have $1,000 to YouTube, so that way we can make sure we are creating that video content. As you can see, we have $500 for the blog. That is so that way we can make sure we get weekly blog posts up that are strategically written with keywords. In January, we are going to be doing $1,500 to build your web or your mobile app. And then in February and March, that $5,000 fee is going to be to manage the upkeep of the application. And in January, we're going to be building an email marketing list. And then February and March, we will do some email marketing for you. January through March, we have $1,000 to make sure we are developing your website. And for January through March, we have $4,000 for pay-per-click and SEO marketing. Your SEO and pay-per-click are going to be your most important spends because that's being run through Google. And we just want to make sure we have a leg up on the competitor, and we want to make sure we can bid on as many keywords that are going to make you stand out and compared to the other two firms I mentioned earlier. Finally, we are going to run some surveys in February and March just to kind of support what I had said earlier about making sure we're returning our money on our investment, find out how people are enjoying the different types of advertisements we're using, and whether or not we need to tailor them. Thank you so much. Here are resources if you would like to click through on any of them. I really appreciate you listening to my presentation for you, and I'm excited to work with you to build Upcycle interior design. I hope you have a wonderful day.